How did Joseph Smith know to include Chiasmus in the Book of Mormon? In 1820, God the Father and Jesus Christ appeared to Joseph Smith to restore the true gospel. In 1829, Joseph began translation of the ancient record called the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon contains Chiasmus. What is Chiasmus? A literary structure used to organize written thoughts and highlight a main point, where words or phrases are stated and then repeated in reverse order. It is now known to have been used by ancient Hebrews. Here's an example. Here's another example. Here's an example of a verse from the Bible. Chiasmus were discovered in the Book of Mormon in 1967. Here's an example of a chiastic structure in the Book of Mormon. Here it is in visual form, with the central theme being transgression. Here's another chiastic structure from Alma 36, stretching over 30 verses. Scholars noted chiasmus in the scriptures as early as the first quarter of the 19th century. An 1825 critical study of the Bible included an understanding of chiasmus in the New Testament. A copy of this work existed in Philadelphia in 1829, in the year Joseph was translating the Book of Mormon. However, there's a very low probability that Joseph Smith had that book or knew anything about chiasmus in 1829. Joseph's name doesn't appear on any library records at the time. He couldn't afford a library subscription at the time. Joseph didn't visit Philadelphia prior to 1830. Manchester, New York, where Joseph lived prior to translation, had no copies of the book, and Harmony, Pennsylvania, and Fayette, New York, where Joseph translated, had no libraries. Even if he had the book, the section about chiasmus was difficult to locate, and the book describes a different form than that employed in the Book of Mormon and ancient Hebrew writings. Then, of course, Joseph would still have had to actually write the chiastic structures. These are words contemporaries used to describe Joseph. Less inclined to the perusal of books, could neither write nor dictate a coherent letter, a poor writer, limited education, illiterate, ignorant. Non-believers even use words like, advantages of education were denied or neglected, not well educated, awkward, unlearned youth. Also remember, those who helped Joseph translate witnessed that he dictated it with his head buried in a hat. Joseph would dictate to me for hour after hour, and when returning after meals or after interruptions, he would at once begin where he had left off, without either seeing the manuscript or having any portion of it read to him. Could you write this today, let alone without formal education or the internet or modern technology at your disposal, let alone dictate it in front of witnesses and keep the order straight? Could you have written the entire Book of Mormon? I doubt it. And Joseph couldn't have either, and neither could his contemporaries. The book is a miracle. Read it and come unto Christ. Subscribe for more nuggets of truth.